Jai Gurudev, and thank you for joining us today. Again, today we have with us an art of living expert and an officer of the Vedic Dharma Sansthan. Today, we'll be discussing the famous bhajan dedicated to Mata Shabari, Rama Rama Ratte Ratte, and connected to Shabari Bhav, and how in art of living Gurudev for Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji and the seva done in Annapurna kitchen at the Art of Living International Center. So the bhajan begins with Rama Rama Ratte Ratte Biti Re Umaria. So how does and what does this line signify? Yes, Sir Jagadav, this line reflects Shabari's lifelong devotion. She spent her entire life chanting Rama's name with no expectation but deep faith that he would one day come. Similarly, devotees of Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji chant, meditate, and live with the hope that Gurudev may visit their home or accept their offering. This longing is not mere waiting, it transforms life into prayer. In the art of living, we see this when volunteers prepare food, decorate spaces, or do seva with no guarantee Gurudev will come, yet they remain joyful in their devotion. Now, how does Rama Rama Ratte Ratte connect to modern seekers worldwide? For devotees across the world, this line teaches Ananya Bhav or single pointed devotion, just as Shabari never stopped chanting despite uncertainty. Devotees in New York, Berlin, or Bangalore keep meditating, serving, and chanting Om Namah Shivaya or Sri Ram Jai Ram with the faith that Gurudev is with them. Even when Gurudev may not physically be present, his presence is felt like Annapurna kitchen food going daily to Gurudev's Shakti Kutir. Devotees also offer the best part of their life to the Guru, knowing he silently accepts their bhakti. Now the bhajan says, Raghukul Nandan kab aoge bhilni ki dagariya. What does this line reveal about devotion? Yes, Jagurudev, Shabari's words express the innocent yearning of the heart. She is not commanding Rama, she is lovingly asking, When will you come, my lord? This is exactly how devotees wait for Gurudev's visit. In the ashram, Annapurna kitchen workers prepare hundreds of dishes daily. Knowing Gurudev may choose any meal at any time, they cook every item as though Gurudev himself will eat it. This longing makes seva sacred. It reminds us that devotion is not about certainty but about preparing oneself so that the divine may arrive anytime. Now, how is Bhilni ki Dagaria relevant to Annapurna Kitchen Seva today? The Dagaria means the humble pathway to Shabris's hut. She decorated it daily, hoping Rama would arrive. At the Art of Living ashram, the Dagaria is the Annapurna kitchen and dining halls where sevaks tirelessly cook for thousands devotees, participants, teachers, volunteers, and guests in various sections. And inside the cooking area, every morsel cooked has the same power as Shabri, offering berries. And just as Rama finally visited Shabri's hut, Gurudev often surprises sevaks by entering the kitchen or Annapurna hall, blessing the food. Very frequently, this happens during Shivratri and many days during Navratri. The sevaks feel their Dagaria has been sanctified by his presence. Now, what lesson does Shabari's waiting offer to devotees who cook for Gurudev at Vishala or Panchamrat or Bhanuma's place as well? Yes, Shabari's waiting was not passive, it was active devotion. She prepared her daily, cleaned, arranged fruits, and chanted Rama's name. Similarly, in Vishala or Panchamrat and Bhanuma's place, devotees cook with utmost care, love, and sattvic energy. Knowing Gurudev may eat the food whether Gurudev takes it or not, the preparation itself becomes a yajna. This transforms ordinary cooking into sacred seva. Just as Shabari's berries were sanctified by her love, the rotis, rice, dal, and sweets cooked by sevaks carry the vibration of love, nourishing thousands physically and spiritually. Now the bhajan says, Main Shabri bhilne ki jaye, bhajan bhav na janu re. What does Shabri mean here? Yes, Shabri admits she doesn't know rituals or scriptures, only pure love. Her bhakti was not scholarly but heartfelt. This is why Rama cherished her devotion. Similarly, many devotees of Gurudev may not know Sanskrit mantras or Vedic procedures, yet their seva, innocence, and love touches Gurudev's heart. Cooking food, sweeping floors, or serving water at the ashram becomes their bhajan. Annapurna kitchen is full of such devotees, simple villagers, professionals, students who may not know their puja rituals but serve with such Shabari bhav that the food itself becomes sacred offering. Now, how does bhajan bhavna janu relate to art of living practices? Gurudev often says, Don't worry if you can't do perfect meditation or mantra, just bring sincerity. Shabari represents that simplicity. Even if she didn't know scriptures, she repeated Rama Rama. In the art of living, many begin with Sudarshan Kriya or Om Namah Shivaya chanting, not knowing deep philosophy. Yet, like Shabari, their innocence draws grace. In Annapurna kitchen too, sevaks chant while cutting vegetables, cooking, or washing dishes. They may not know the perfect bhajan bhav, but their sincerity purifies the space and invokes Gurudev's blessings in the food. Now Shabari says, Ram tere darshan ke hit mein one mein jeevan palure. How does this longing inspire devotees today? Shabari declares that she is living in the forest only for Ram's darshan. This shows how one's entire life can be oriented around the divine. Today, devotees wait for Gurudev's darshan in the same way. They build their homes and kitchens as temples. For example, when food is cooked in Annapurna kitchen, part of it always goes to Gurudev's Shakti Kutir. Whether he eats it or not, the act symbolizes living only for Guru's darshan. Every plate served to participants carries this essence that life itself is for the divine glance. So, what is the deeper meaning of Van Me Jivan Palu? Shabari lived in the forest, isolated, but every act, gathering berries, cleaning her hut, was for Rama. One may Jivan Palu teaches us that the setting doesn't matter, palace or forest, what matters is bhava. At the ashram, Annapurna kitchen might seem like a busy workplace, yet sevaks treat it like Shabari says one. They preserve life, breath, and seva only for Gurudev. Even volunteers abroad cook a prasadam or offer food to Gurudev's photo with the same spirit. Their life is not separate from seva. Everything is centered around waiting for Guru's darshan. Now Shabari asks Rama to purify her hut. Charan Kamal se nirmal kar do dasi ki jhupadiya. How does this reflect in Annapurna kitchen today? As Shabari longed for Rama's sweet to sanctify her hut, likewise Sevaks long for Gurudev's presence to sanctify their seva. When Gurudev steps into Annapurna kitchen or dining halls, devotees feel their entire effort is purified. Even if Gurudev doesn't come physically, they believe his subtle presence sanctifies the food. Each utensil, each chapati becomes prasad at Vishala, Panchamrit, or Bhanuma's place too. This prayer is alive that Gurudev's touch, glance, or acceptance will purify not just the food but the hearts of all who partake in it. Now the bhajan says, Roj savere van mein jaakar phal chun chun kar laungi. What does this daily preparation signify? Yes, Jai Gurudev, this line shows Shabari's discipline and devotion. Every morning she went to the forest, carefully selecting fruits, not casually but with precision and love. This is the same spirit in Annapurna kitchen where sevaks start cooking early in the morning, often at 4 or 5 a.m., preparing meals for thousands. Just like Shabari, they are mindful, washing, sorting, and cooking with attention. Their goal is not just to feed but to serve with the love. This daily repetition of seva becomes a spiritual practice as significant as prayer or meditation. Now, how does Shabari's act of selecting fruits connect with Annapurna kitchen seva? Shabari tasted each fruit, keeping only the sweetest for Rama. In Annapurna kitchen, vegetables and grains are cleaned, checked, and cooked with great care. Sevaks ensure sattvic purity, avoiding garlic, onion, or stale food, maintaining cleanliness, and adding the spice of devotion. This careful preparation reflects Shabari bhav. Every devotee wants Gurudev or his guests to receive only the best. Even if Gurudev doesn't eat directly, food prepared for thousands of participants is offered to him first. In this way, serving devotees becomes equivalent to serving the Lord himself. Now the bhajan continues, Apne Prabhu ke sanmukh रख के प्रेम से भोग लगाऊंगी. What is the essence of this offering? Shabari didn't just collect fruit, she offered them with love. This teaches that food is not just nutrition but an offering of the heart. In Art of Living, Annapurna kitchen functions on this principle. Every meal is first mentally offered to Gurudev before serving. Sevaks chant mantras, infusing food with vibrations of peace. This transforms simple rice and dal into prasad. Similarly, devotees worldwide often cook, place food before Gurudev's photo, and then eat. This bhog ritual connects them directly to the Guru, reminding them that seva is love expressed in action. Now, why is love or prem considered the most important ingredient in food seva? Scriptures say, Yat karoshi yad asnani, asnasi tat karushva mad arpanam. Whatever you eat, offer it to the divine. Shabari's fruits became divine because of her love in Annapurna kitchen. Love is the invisible spice. Workers may be tired, but their smiles and devotion make the food nourishing beyond taste. Even scientists now recognize food energy changes with the cook's mindset. Gurudev often says, cook with love, for the food carries your vibration. Thus, when Annapurna meals are shared, devotees feel not just fullness but also joy, healing, and spiritual upliftment. Now, Shabari says, Meete meete bero ki mein Bharlai Shabariya. How does this translate to art of living seva today? Shabari's basket of berries was small but filled with devotion. Similarly, Annapurna kitchen cooks both simple meals and elaborate feasts. Yet what matters is the bhava. A plain khichdi cooked with love can be more nourishing than rich sweets made without devotion. In Vishala or Panchamrat or Bhanumasa's place, too, dishes are lovingly prepared as though Gurudev himself will eat. Devotees across the world also express this. Some offer fruit, some flowers, some seva hours, but all are Beno ki Chabariya, small gifts filled with sweetness of love for the divine. Now the bhajan says, Sham Saloni Mohini Murat Nayano Beach Basaungi. What is Shabari is expressing here? Shabari is describing Ram's beautiful dark complexion and enchanting form, saying she wants to keep him in her eyes always. This reflects darshan bhakti, to live with the Lord in one's inner vision. For devotees of Gurudev, just one glimpse of him is enough to sustain days of seva and sadhana. Annapurna kitchen sevaks often share that even if Gurudev passes by the hall silently, that one glance fills them with joy, energy, and motivation to continue serving tirelessly. Like Shabari, they carry his form in their eyes while working. Now, how do devotees worldwide experience Naino Beach Basangi with Gurudev? In today's times, Gurudev travels constantly. Devotees in countries like Argentina, USA, or Japan often see him only once a year, sometimes only virtually. Yet, like Shabari, they keep his form in their inner vision. Pictures, videos, and memories of satsangs become their lifeline. Just as Shabari did not forget Rama even in the forest, devotees don't feel distant when they cook or share meals. They mentally imagine and serve Gurudev, accepting it. In this way, their eyes are never empty. They are always filled with the image of their beloved master. Now, the bhajan says, Subah Sham Nit Utkar Main To Tera Dhyan Lagaungi. What is the significance of morning and evening remembrance? This line shows Shabri's discipline. She kept Rama in her mind from morning to evening, never forgetting. In Sanatan Dharma, morning and evening Sandhya are sacred times for prayer. In Art of Living, we also have morning sadhana and evening satsang. Annapurna kitchen begins its seva early morning with prayers and continues till night, feeding thousands. Sevaks often chant while cooking, remembering Gurudev in every task. This constant remembrance makes ordinary kitchen work a spiritual practice, mirroring Shabari's daily routine of devotion. Now, how is this daily remembrance practiced in Annapurna kitchen? In Annapurna kitchen, day begins with mantra chanting or Guru Puja by sevaks before food preparation starts. Most of the sevaks and full-time workers in Annapurna kitchen do their sadhana early in the morning. They do their Sudarshan Kriya, Sahat Samadhi meditation, Padma Sadhana. They believe cooking is incomplete without invoking blessings. Through the day, while kneading dough, stirring dal, or chopping vegetables, many silently chant Om Namah Shivaya or Jai Gurudev or Om Namo Narayana or Jai Siya Ram. This is Subah Sham Nit Utkar Dhyan Lagaungi. The food absorbs these vibrations just as Shabari remembered Rama constantly. Annapurna Sevaks remember Gurudev with every dish. That's why people often say the ashram food feels different. It's not just food, it's a meditation in edible form. Now, what lesson does Shabari's constant remembrance offer to modern devotees cooking at home? Shabari teaches that devotion is not separate from daily chores. Even cooking becomes sadhana if done with remembrance. Devotees at home can do the same. Before cooking, light a lamp, chant a mantra, and remember Gurudev or Rama. Offer the food mentally to the divine before eating. In this way, kitchens in New York, Paris, or small Indian villages become Shabari's hut. Gurudev often says every act can be worshipped. This and thus, whether one serves in Annapurna kitchen or in a family kitchen, Shabari Bhav transforms the act into divine seva. Now the bhajan says, Pad pankaj ki raj dharmastak jivan safal banaungi. What does this line mean? Jagadev Shabari says she wants to place the dust of Ram's lotus feet on her head, making her life successful in bhakti. Charan Raj symbolizes total surrender. For devotees of Gurudev, even one touch of his feet or one moment in his presence makes life fulfilled. In Annapurna kitchen, when Gurudev visits, sevaks often touch his feet or bow before him. They feel all their seva is sanctified. Like Shabari, they see Guru's grace as the true success of life, not wealth or fame, but the blessing of serving his mission. Now, how is Charan Raj experienced in Annapurna Kitchen Seva? The dust of Ram's feet blessed Shabri. Today, Annapurna Kitchen is blessed. When Gurudev's feet touch its floor, even if he doesn't visit, his subtle presence is felt in every dish. Sevaks bow mentally, offering their hard work at his feet. When food from Annapurna is sent to Shakti Kutir, it is like placing the basket of fruits at a Guru's feet. This act sanctifies the food, making it prasad. Just as Shabari's life was fulfilled with Ram's presence, Sevaks' lives are fulfilled by Guru's grace in their seva. Now the line says, Jivan Safal Banaungi. How is life made successful through food seva? Shabari believed her life would be complete only through Ram's grace. Similarly, many devotees feel that serving food is the highest seva. In Annapurna kitchen, feeding thousands of participants, volunteers, and visitors is seen as sacred. Gurudev often says seva purifies the mind and brings fulfillment. When devotees cook or serve with love, they are not just filling stomachs but nourishing souls. That sense of contribution makes life feel purposeful. Like Shabri, they discover that true success is not achievements outside, but devotion and service to the divine. Now, how does Pad Pankaj Ki Raj reflect in Vishala or Panchamrat and Bhanumasa's place? In Vishala or Panchamrat and Bhanumasa's home, cooking is also done in Shabari Bhav. The food is prepared with care, cleanliness, and mantras, always with the thought, may Gurudev accept this, whether he takes a small portion or simply glances at the dishes. Devotion feel as if his lotus feet have blessed the food, just as Shabari felt fueled and fulfilled by Ram's presence. The cooks and sevaks there feel their lives enriched. When Gurudev partakes of their offering, the sanctity of Guru's presence transforms the entire space into a temple. Now, how can devotees outside the ashram apply this line in daily life? Every devotee can apply Pad Pankaj Ki Raj Dharmastak by surrendering daily actions to the Guru. For instance, when cooking, mentally offer the food to Gurudev, visualizing placing it at his feet. When serving family or guests, see them as divine. Gurudev often says, see God in the person in front of you. This makes every meal an offering, every service a fulfillment. Just as Shabari's simple act became eternal, a devotee's kitchen in any part of the world can become Shabari's hut when filled with surrender and love. Now the bhajan says, अब क्या प्रभु जी भूल गए हो दासी की डगरिया. What does this line reveal about Shabari's heart? This line shows the tender vulnerability of devotion. Shabari wonders if Rama has forgotten her small hut. It is not complaint but longing born of love. Devotees of Gurudev sometimes feel the same, waiting for his visit. They prepare their homes or centers with love, but when he cannot come, they ask inwardly, did Gurudev forget us? Yet deep inside, they know the Master never forgets. Every seva, every chant reaches him. This line teaches that longing itself is divine. It keeps the devotee connected to the beloved. Now, how does this longing relate to devotees worldwide waiting for Gurudev? Across the world, devotees invite Gurudev to their homes, prepare food, and decorate spaces, hoping he might bless them with his presence. Sometimes he comes, sometimes he cannot. Yet the waiting, like Shabari's, becomes their devotion. In Annapurna kitchen, to sevaks cook daily, never knowing if Gurudev will taste the food, but still preparing each dish as if he will. This longing purifies the heart. Just as Rama never forgot Shabari, Gurudev never forgets his devotees. His subtle blessings reach them whenever and wherever they are. Now, why is this Shabari Bhav important in Seva at Annapurna kitchen? Shabari Bhav is the essence of Annapurna kitchen. Sevaks don't cook mechanically, they cook with the anticipation that Gurudev may eat at any time. Even if he doesn't, they feel he blesses through subtle presence. This expectation keeps Seva alive and devotional. Without Shabari Bhav, Seva can become routine. With it, every ladle of dal, every roti becomes a flower of devotion. This is why Annapurna meals carry special vibrations. They are not just food, they are love offerings waiting to be accepted by the divine. Now, how does Bhul Gaye Ho reflect in Vishala or Panchamrat and Bhanumasa's place? In Vishala or Panchamrat and Bhanumasa's kitchens, food is prepared daily with devotion. Sometimes Gurudev joins, sometimes he doesn't. But like Shabari, they never lose hope. They might wonder playfully, did Gurudev forget us today? Yet they continue preparing meals with the same care. This childlike question reflects intimacy with the Guru, not doubt but closeness. Shabari Bhav teaches that devotion is not conditional. Whether Gurudev comes or not, Seva continues with love. And when he does appear, every moment of waiting feels worthwhile. Now, what message does this stanza hold for devotees cooking at home? This stanza teaches that longing itself is a form of devotion. When cooking at home, devotees may feel, will Gurudev ever come to eat here? Even if he does not physically, one can serve family members with the same Shabari bhaav. Gurudev often says, when you serve others with love, know that I have received it. So no act is wasted. Shabari's waiting became legendary not because Rama came every day, but because she never stopped preparing with love. Likewise, devotees worldwide can make their kitchens temples to this devotion. Now, the bhajan conveys that Shabari's entire life was a waiting for Rama. How does this resonate with devotees who wait for Gurudev's darshan? Devotees worldwide often wait months or even years just for a glimpse of Gurudev. Shabari's patience teaches us that waiting itself is sadhana. Even if Gurudev doesn't physically visit our homes, our seva and devotion prepare that sacred space. In silence and satsangs, we feel his presence just like Shabari's heart bloomed when Rama came. Our hearts bloom when Gurudev looks at us or accepts our offering. This waiting isn't emptiness, it's a fullness of longing, which transforms into deep meditation and divine presence within us. Now, how does this patience reflect in service at Annapurna Kitchen in Bangalore Ashram? Yes, Jai Gurudev, the Annapurna Kitchen Sevaks embody Shabari's patience daily. They begin cooking at dawn, not knowing who may eat. Thousands of participants, volunteers, teachers, and sometimes Gurudev himself. Their joy isn't in recognition but in the chance that perhaps one dish will reach Gurudev's plate in Shakti Kutir. Just like Shabari prepared fruits daily, Annapurna Sevaks prepare food every day with the bhav that Rama might eat today. Whether Gurudev partakes or not, the cooking itself becomes worship filled with gratitude and surrender. Now, the bhajan sings of Rama Rama Ratte Ratte. What is the power of constant remembrance? Repetition of Ram's name purified Shabari's consciousness. In the same way, repeating the Guru's name or mantra transforms the mind from restlessness to serenity. Ratte Ratte means chanting with every breath until it becomes natural like heartbeat. In Art of Living, chanting Om Namah Shivaya or Sudarshan Kriya creates that same constant remembrance. When we remember Gurudev with love, seva becomes effortless and even worldly tasks feel divine. Shabri shows us that remembrance turns longing into fulfillment even before darshan arrives. Now, how do global devotees of Gurudev experience Shabri's bhav in daily life? Devotees across continents prepare food, clean homes, and set altars daily with the hope that Gurudev may one day step inside. They offer the first plate of food before his photo, much like Shabari offering Bear. This ritual connects them to Shabari's devotion even when Gurudev may never physically visit. The bhav transforms the home into Ayodhya and the kitchen into Annapurna. This waiting and offering is not superstition, it is the deepest form of love, turning ordinary meals into prasadam. Now, the bhajan implies devotion is beyond logic. How does this inspire devotees in Art of Living? Shabari didn't reason whether Rama would come, she simply waited with faith. Gurudev often says faith is innocence, not blind belief. In the ashram kitchen, sevaks may never know whose plate Gurudev will accept, yet they cook as though every dish is for him. Similarly, global devotees serve society, not calculating recognition, but with surrender. This attitude creates inner fulfillment. Like Shabari, who transcended doubt, devotees find joy in devotion itself, knowing that the Guru's grace flows silently into their hearts. Now, how is Shabari's offering of bear comparable to the food served at Annapurna kitchen? Shabari tasted each bear to ensure sweetness before giving to Rama. Similarly, Sevaks in Annapurna cook with utmost care, ensuring food is pure, sattvic, and nourishing. They may not physically taste each dish, but they infuse it with love and mantra chanting. Just as Shabari's bear was accepted because of devotion, the food prepared for Gurudev is first offered in Shakti Kutir. Even if he eats just a morsel, the entire kitchen feels blessed. The bhav transforms ordinary food into divine prasadam. Now, what is the significance of food reaching Gurudev's Shakti Kutir from Annapurna? The act symbolizes that seva offered to all becomes seva offered to the master. Every meal in Annapurna is for thousands, yet one portion always goes to Gurudev. This reflects the teaching serving the world is serving the Guru. When food reaches Shakti Kutir, it carries the vibrations of devotion from all the sevaks. Whether Gurudev eats it or not, it doesn't matter. The intent itself sanctifies the seva. It is as though Shabari's bear is placed daily before Rama, keeping devotion alive. Now, how is this practice mirrored in Vishala or Panchamrit Seva? Jai Gurudev, in Vishala or Panchamrat, food preparation follows the same principle. Sevaks cook for guests, devotees, and children, but they always set aside meals with the Shabari Bhav. This could go to Gurudev like Panchamrat itself, which blends five elements into nectar. Seva there blends love, discipline, and surrender into nourishment. Even when Gurudev may not dine physically, the act of keeping food ready for him makes the seva sacred. This echoes Shabari's patient devotion, waiting for Rama every single day. Now, how does Bhanumasa's kitchen reflect the same devotion? Yes, Jayagurudev Bhanumas or Gurudev's sister embodies maternal devotion. In her home, meals are prepared with immense care, often with the hope that Gurudev may join. This is the Shabari Bhav alive in the family. Even if Gurudev doesn't eat, the very act of preparing food for him makes the kitchen a temple. Devotees learn from this example. When we cook for our families with love, remembering the divine, it is no less than offering bay to Rama. Bhanumasa's kitchen teaches devotion through nurturing. Now, why is serving food considered the highest seva in this context? Food sustains life, and when offered with devotion, it nourishes both body and soul. Shabari's bare were simple, yet Rama accepted them with love. In the same way, Annapurna, Vishala, or Panchamrat and Bhanumasa's kitchens embody this highest seva. Preparing food with mantras, cleanliness, and surrender purifies not just the eater, but also the seva. Gurudev often says, seva purifies the heart, feeding others is feeding God in them. Thus, food seva becomes the most direct expression of Shabari's devotion. Now, how do devotees at home worldwide express Shabari Bhav while cooking? Many devotees place a photo of Gurudev in their kitchen or dining area. Before eating, they first offer a plate mentally to him, just as Shabari offered bay to Rama. This ritual may seem small, but it fills food with devotion and transforms it into prasadam. Whether Gurudev physically comes or not, the feeling that he may accept this elevates daily cooking into a spiritual act. Just as Shabari's life became sacred through waiting, devotees' homes become temples through this offering. Now, how does this practice connect to seva as a spiritual sadhana? Jagudev, cooking for others is not merely duty, it is sadhana. In the Vedic tradition, Annadan Mahadan feeding is the greatest offering. Shabari is served with no expectation, and the same is practiced in Annapurna and homes of devotees. Preparing food for the Guru, family, or society without ego dissolves karmic impressions. This seva purifies the heart, making the mind steady for meditation. Now, when one serves meals with humility, it becomes yajna. Thus, a food seva is both spiritual practice and offering to the divine. Now, can you explain how chanting or mantras while cooking aligns with Shabari's devotion? Shabari constantly repeated Rama Rama Ratte Ratte in Art of Living kitchens. Sevaks chant Om Namah Shivaya, Gayatri Mantra, or Ram Bhajans or Ram Mantras, or listen to satsang in mobile or the large screen on satsang on YouTube while cooking. This infuses the food with vibrations of purity. Modern research even shows food absorbs surrounding energy. Hence, just like Shabari sweetened bear with her devotion, Sevak sweetened meals with the sacred chants. Gurudev has often reminded us food cooked with love nourishes the soul. Thus, mantra while cooking transforms ordinary meals into offerings of grace. Now, how does the act of serving guests in ashram mirror Shabari offering to Rama? Every guest in the ashram is seen as Narayana himself. Sevaks serve participants, teachers, and volunteers with folded hands, much like Shabari presenting fruits. The intent is not who the guest is, but the bhaav of seeing Rama in them. Gurudev has often said, when you serve food to someone, see it as feeding the divine. This attitude elevates service beyond hospitality. Just as Rama accepted Shabari's bear joyfully, guests in the ashram receive food carrying vibrations of devotion and surrender. Now, how does waiting for Gurudev to accept food teach surrender to devotees? Shabari waited without anxiety, without guarantee, yet her devotion never faded. Similarly, devotees who cook or prepare meals for Gurudev may not see him eat them, but their faith remains. This teaches surrender, doing seva without attachment to results. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, offer me food with love, I will accept. Gurudev echoes this through seva. Whether or not he physically partakes, the intention itself reaches him. Thus, waiting with patience becomes a meditation on trust, humility, and divine surrender. Now, how does Shabari Bhav inspire Seva beyond cooking into service projects? Jai Gurudev Shabri's devotion was not just in offering bear but in her lifetime of preparation, sweeping her heart and keeping it pure daily. Similarly, Art of Living devotees extend this power to seva projects, river rejuvenation, rural schools, trauma relief. They serve with the feeling that one day Gurudev might walk through those villages and see their seva. The act itself becomes an offering not for recognition but for love. This transforms mundane service into sacred action, echoing Shabri's quiet yet powerful devotion. Now, how is Shabari Bhav reflected in satsangs worldwide? Jagudev in satsangs, devotees sing bhajans with the same longing Shabari expressed to Rama Rama Ratte Ratte. Each bhajan becomes an offering of love. Many hope that Gurudev might join even virtually on Zoom or maybe some other social media platforms or simply bless the gathering from afar. This anticipation mirrors Shabari's waiting. Even when Gurudev is not physically present, satsang becomes powerful because devotion fills the air. Like Shabari's forest hut that turned divine when Rama arrived, satsang transforms living rooms and temples into places of divine presence. Now, how do volunteers at courses embody Shabari Bhav? Volunteers prepare venues, arrange cushions, manage registrations, and clean halls. Often unnoticed, their devotion is like Shabri's silent waiting, unseen but essential. They do this not for reward but with the thought Gurudev's presence may bless the space. Even if Gurudev doesn't come personally, they know his energy flows through teachers and participants. This vow makes seva effortless and joyous. Just as Shabri's faith made her hut worthy of Ram's visit, volunteers' devotion makes every course a sacred space for transformation. Now, how does this devotion help devotees handle the unpredictability of Gurudev's schedule? Gurudev's travels are vast and unpredictable. Just as Ram's arrival to Shabri was unexpected, devotees learn to keep their homes, kitchens, and hearts ready without clinging to certainty. This teaches acceptance and patience. If Gurudev comes, it is grace. If not, the waiting itself is a grace. This attitude removes anxiety and creates surrender. Like Shabri, who rejoiced when Rama finally came, devotees experience deep fulfillment when Gurudev visits. Until then, the preparation itself keeps them in continuous remembrance and love. Now, how does Shabri Bhav cultivate humility in Seva? Shabri offered simple, half eaten bear, not lavish feasts, yet Rama accepted them joyfully. This shows that devotion matters more than display. In Art of Living, Seva is done with humility, not ego. Whether one serves food, arranges flowers, or manages logistics, the intention is what sanctifies the act. Gurudev often reminds us it's not what you do, but with what bhav you do. Shabri bhav teaches us to serve without pride, knowing that even the smallest offering, if sincere, reaches the divine. Now, how is Shabri bhav timeless, relevant even today? Jagadev Shabri Bhav is not bound to a forest hut, it's a state of heart. Today, people across the world live in cities, apartments, and villages, yet the same devotion is possible when we cook with love, clean our homes with surrender, or serve society selflessly. We are embodying Shabri. Her simplicity teaches us that devotion transcends time, culture, and place, whether in India, America, Africa, or Europe. Waiting for Gurudev with a pure heart is the same as waiting for Rama. Now, how does Gurudev's presence make Shabari Bhav alive for devotees? Gurudev embodies Ram's compassion and love, just as Rama accepted Shabari's offering wholeheartedly. Gurudev accepts even the smallest gestures from devotees, whether it's a glass of water, a smile, or seva. His grace validates the Shabari Bhav in modern life. Devotees feel that even their unseen efforts are acknowledged by him inwardly. This makes seva joyful and devotion natural. Gurudev's presence proves that divinity is approachable, loving, and ever willing to accept our simplest and most heartfelt offerings. Now, how do Art of Living kitchens embody Shabari Bhav daily? Annapurna Kitchen, Vishala or Panchamrat and Bhanumasa's kitchens are living examples. Every day, sevaks prepare thousands of meals with the thought that one plate may reach Gurudev or their tiffin may reach Gurudev or their chapati or dal or chawal may reach Gurudev even when it doesn't. The bhava remains unbroken, chanting while cooking, serving with humility and maintaining cleanliness transforms these kitchens into temples. Just as Shabri's bear became prasadam, every dish becomes blessed food. This devotion is not mechanical, it is conscious love in action.